because I was raised with feta cheese, olive oil, and the principle of generosity. And you know how we can shift this world? My dear friends, today, remember, it's in the moment that we're going to do this together. Whoever showed up today, we are going to change collectively because we are going to open up the gates, the floodgates, the Niagara Falls, to give to each other. And that's how we shift as women. We don't do it alone. If we try to, who tries to do it alone? Who does? Does anybody try to do it? I do. Okay, don't do that anymore. And I have my tribe here. I have my people. My sister and I were taught by my mother to be there for each other. You knew my mother? Like tigresses, like be there for each other. And what we need in this world, we need hearts, souls, and women to lift each other up. Do you know, I will be so practical. I'll tell you my story. Well, I don't know. It's a Greek epic. So, I don't have a whole time to tell you the whole thing, right, Helen? But then you come over to my house for dinner, and then I'll tell you the real story. All the men I loved and didn't love me, okay? Does anybody know that? All the men that loved me and who wanted them, right? Because you had this unrequited thing, you know. You just love. Does anybody have that? Now I love Bruno Mars. I think he wrote the song for me. I listened to that song and I said, Bruno, my dear, you wrote that song for me, but come over and tell me and sing it to me. So I sing it to myself, and I imagine that Bruno, why not win in your fantasies, you know? He really wants me, but, you know. So when you listen to this song, why I play this song is because we must get, I'm looking at you, each one of you here, and I look in your eyes and I look in your hearts. We must know that we are amazing, not because of what we do, not because of what we accomplish, not because of what we achieve, not because we are recognized, but because of who we are. Who we are, our heritage. All my life, I'm speaking from experience. Everything I tell you today, everything I wrote in my book is my true story. How I moved from a girl that wanted to be validated, who wanted to be recognized, and walked around Hollywood. It's a Hollywood story, my story. It's like a real movie. Somebody one day is going to make it. And I walked around because I wasn't recognized and I wasn't hired as an actress. And I went through rejection after rejection after rejection. And I walked around, and I think I used to walk around these streets that now I love, that now I walk with my confidence. And I remember that girl who ached for somebody to recognize her. And one day, and I'll tell you the story, I realized that the world was waiting for me to recognize me. And I stand with you today as a living testament to the fact that everything in my life that I didn't get, all the men I didn't marry, all the projects that fell through, all the acting parts I didn't get, were just a way that my soul was saying, get me, get me. And it was my map quest, my invisible map quest that we all have because we live in the invisible. That's our true self. And it was guiding me like the thread, of Ariadne. The thread was coming and saying, come to me, come to me, come to me. So what happens in our lives? We don't get the things we want sometimes, often. We go after things. And I tell people, okay, you're going after this and you're not getting it. Let's look at where is your calling? Where does life want you to go serve? Where is it you? Where do you serve? Right? It's all to find you, to give you back. Because once you find you, it's pouring. It's unconditional. It doesn't matter who it is. We're all the same. We're all the same. And what I discovered, the power of transparency, the power of vulnerability, our hearts are beautiful. It is the most beautiful, the most precious value of a human being. And yet we shut them off.